Help.
Hi guys, welcome to Dungeons and Breakfast, is now what I'm calling it, Curse of Strahd, episode 4.
Yep.
Oh man, we've got it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully our group of adventurers managed to get through this okay. It's gonna be a bit of a it's gonna be exciting. I'll say that much.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's just jump right into it then, with
Uh-huh.
a bit of a
Oh,
recap on what happened last time. You guys found yourselves in a strange manner in this strange land that you guys find yourselves in, lured into this manor by two small children in a plea for help. You entered this manor, and it seemed normal at first, until you reached the third floor, when it began to change and shift into something else entirely. It became old, decrepit, and you were immediately attacked by a strangely animated suit of armor with no person inside of it. You fought off the armor and tried to look out the windows and see where you were or what time it was, only to find that all the exits of the house had been bricked up mysteriously. With no option but to explore the rest of this house, you began to go room to room, trying to find some kind of answers or clues on how to leave. To find, eventually, the two small children that you had seen outside in their room up in the attic, long dead. Their ghosts seemingly different from the two children you met outside. Learning in their room from a strange dollhouse that had looked almost exactly like the house you were in, you found that there was a secret entrance to a subterranean level of the house, moving all the way from the attic down and down into a place you have yet to see. As you went down this very long spiral staircase downwards, you began to smell the scent of mold and earth, to eventually come out to a narrow tunnel stretching before you. Kind of, it looks carved or dug into the earth. There's nothing, it looks almost like a mine shaft almost. There's no structure to it except for these old wooden beams that seem to be holding up the subterranean tunnels. There's no light down here except for the one that Botak, or who was carrying a light exactly? I think it was
Uh, me. So
Thrixora.
Thrixora.
Laura's
Yes,
got a
the one that
light,
Thrixora
and
carries.
Lily's hand is lit up for however much good that does her.
It's 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 a small. It's more like a candlelight than a
Yeah, I figured
light
it
that's
wouldn't be
going to do
much, but it's
you
better than
much
nothing.
good. But it is better than nothing. Um, what do you guys want to do? You see that there is the narrow tunnel goes forward, and then it seems to branch to the east and west.
Well, I'm gonna go to the branch and take a look at which way is which. What's left and what's right.
All right.
And left, yes.
Left and right. So you go
Sorry.
out to the middle of this T intersection. You can see
I'm gone. Goodbye, cruel world.
And you're dead.
Okay.
And you're gone. You're gone forever.
A blade snaps out of the wall. Cuts you in half.
Hold on. Let me see if I can actually reveal this, if it's actually going to work.
There we go.
Can you guys see that?
I can see.
All right, it's working
Oh,
this time. Good. Last time it was having some trouble, so I'm super glad that it's working now. Okay. You come out to the intersection, and are you guys following Botak then?
Yes.
Yes.
Boop. I had this set up as your order. It was Botak, and then Thurxora, and then Gwyn, and then Lily. You can change that if you want. Is that good, or?
Would you mind going in front of me?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, well, switchy, I'll swap you guys. Is that good?
Okay, I think we're good.
All right. You come to the T, and you can see that this comes out to a long hallway. It seems that there is several doors or entrances, or maybe different branches of this hallway in several sections to your left and right. You would have to explore through the tunnel to see more. All you can see right now are these rotted wooden planks holding up this cavernous, I wouldn't say cavernous, this corridor that's about 5 feet wide, not very big. And in fact, it's kind of claustrophobic in here. Looking to your west, you can see that the hallway does end at a larger room, though you'd have to get closer in order to see more. Actually, I can probably reveal a little bit more.
I'm going right.
Should reveal this whole thing. Nope, that's hiding them.
Oh,
Thank you, Roll20. Glad you work as always. All right. You're going to the intersection?
Oh, there she is.
Yes.
All right. You look to your left and right, and you see at the end of these branches in this tunnel, it's pretty, just from a quick peek in, you can see that there are 2 different entrances on each side, on either side of you. These large stone slabs seem to be covering up these large chunks of these walls to both the north and the south in 2 separate areas. So you have a branch, and then it splits off into these giant stone slabs. They seem to have some kind of writing on them, but you can't make it out from here. Oh yeah, let's get some music going. I totally forgot about that.
Yes.
There we go. Music. Appropriately deathly music.
I'm scared now.
Let's just try and stick together and keep an eye out for traps.
I'm gonna go full.
Hello, Uncharted. Yes, you did. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna take a look in this area.
You're gonna take a look in the which one? Gonna continue forward? Okay.
Yep.
You find yourselves You see a room as you enter out of this long hallway. You see a room with an old wooden table flanked by long benches. White objects litter the ground everywhere around this table. Seeing one near your feet as you enter. You look down. It's a bone. They're all bones. Humanoid rib cages and femurs, skulls, other assorted parts of humanoid bodies lie fleshless and rotting, scattered throughout the room. There are more tunnel entrances to your north and west, and some kind of dark alcove to your south, but you'd have to get closer to really make it out. Let me just reveal this a little bit. There you go.
I don't like this.
Well, it's either this or the force shoots arm back upstairs. So, which way do you guys think we should go from here?
I actually have an idea. Lily, you have another flame there, right?
Yes.
Can you maybe, observing that flame, see if there's any form of a wind down here?
Oh, that is a good idea.
Everybody stop breathing for a second.
She's gonna hold up her hand dead in front of her.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Who? Just Lily or Doctor too?
Both of you. You can both do one if you want.
16.
20.
Lily, you hold up this flame in your hand. Everyone kind of holds their breath for a moment. And you try and get a sense for whether or not there's any kind of breeze or wind. The flame just seems to move upwards, not in any direction, not moving. It seems still in here. And as you guys hold your breath and watch this flame and listen for a moment, you begin to hear it again. What you had heard when you had first entered this area. Some sort of echoing, chanting sound bouncing off of the walls. You can't make out the words, and it's very muffled. But it seems to be the same thing, said over and over again. Constant. And hard to make out unless you're listening for it. But it's definitely there. You can't tell what direction it's coming from, though.
Crazy people or a ritual? Not entirely sure which I'd rather find.
I'm sorry, but could you speak up? I can't hear you.
Apologies. Crazy people or ritual? I'm not sure which I'd rather find at the end of this.
Lily, I was talking about the voices.
Very true.
Maybe it's crazy people having a ritual.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, that would be much
Thank
more
you.
interesting.
Thank you for the
do we
500
wish to
biddies,
clear as
by
much
the
of
way.
this area as possible, or just try and find the source of that noise?
I think we should probably clear it. The last we need is some crazy people and then more crazy people in our bags.
This
Alright.
is very true. Okay, lead the way, Botak.
Alright, well, I'll just go down this way then.
You're continuing forward? All right.
Wait.
Did you say wait? Did you say wait? Sorry, I accidentally had myself muted. I accidentally hit the mute button.
We're going down to the west.
Okay, you going forward then?
Yeah. Forward
Okay.
to the west.
You continue forward. You see a branch in the tunnel. Let me, reveal
No fear. Going forward. Ready to smack anything and everything.
Roll 20. Please work. There we go. Okay. As you go forward, you come to an intersection, a four-way intersection. This strange chanting noise you had heard is becoming louder. It seems to be coming from the north. And you look that direction and you see a stairway down. Kind of these carved earthen steps. To your south, it's another turn in the tunnel. And to your immediate west, yet another 15 feet before it turns again.
Why do they gotta make this place so windy? Guys, looks like the chaining's coming from down those steps. So unless we want to go down there, we're gonna go left or forward on.
Try going left. Let's look elsewhere for now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
By the way, the Xora turns around to Lily. Did we really just witness a gnome complain about windy tunnels?
Lily just kind of shrugs. I've seen stranger.
Okay.
Oops. All right. No,
What's that? It's
come on,
fearless.
roll 20. You can reveal this. You've got this.
Reveal thyself.
There we go.
Hey guys, it's a basic energy card.
Yes, you find a Pokemon card on the ground.
Oh,
It looks a
shit.
little
Is it a
bit-
Charmander?
The room layout
really
looks a little
big.
bit like a mug of beer.
You've
Is
come
it
out
Pidgey? Gotcha,
to
Pidgey.
a room festooned with moldy skeletons that hang from these rusty shackles against the walls. A wide alcove in the south wall contains a painted wooden statue carved in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak. His pale left hand rests on the head of a wolf that stands next to him. In his right hand, holding it up, he holds a smoky gray crystal orb. You can still hear the chanting. It comes from the direction you came, to the west. You're not sure.
I wonder what's up with that orb.
I don't know if it's smart to touch it, but does any of you have a little bit of fleece by any chance?
fresh and fleece.
It just has to be a little bit. I have an idea. No one?
Nope.
No.
No.
That is
It's only armor.
unfortunate.
They're only wearing armor. No clothes. Just armor.
No, I don't have any fleece. All I have is cloth.
You can have my undergarments if you wish.
A little bit is enough, so I maybe you just need to cut a little bit out of it.
Okay. I don't mind.
Okay.
Botek is going to turn away and just be red-faced.
Okay. Gwen just yanks them off. You can't even, you know, the sort of like one-hand bra trick. She does the same with her undergarments and hands them over.
Wow. Impressively, you don't even have to roll sleight of hand for that one. Impressively, right
Yep.
out from under their heavy armor, Gwyn pulls out a piece of fleece underwear. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's that. Yep,
Thuxora
that just
puts
happened.
it into her pocket for now.
Mostly. Botek doesn't even.
You just pocket, and you pocket the underwear. You now have
Gwen's underwear.
Gwyn's
Manage
used
inventory.
undergarments in your inventory. Please place that in your
Um,
inventory
Yes, 1 second.
on D&D Beyond.
You're welcome.
Add items. Where the
They
fuck
could carry
was
it. in
that?
natural
I
pressure.
will note, if you are using that for material components for a spell, you do have a spell casting focus.
What?
Oh no, Deadbeat, please tell me you know.
Your leer
Oh.
is a focus. Just to let you know.
That means you don't need.
If it doesn't have, if the material component does not have a cost to it in terms of gold, you can use your focus in place of that cost.
Okay, DM. How much is Gwyn's used underwear valued in gold?
I'm paying close attention to this.
Are you giving the used underwear an appraisal
is
check
there
in the
gonna be
middle
a
of this
bidding?
dungeon?
Section
Yes,
on this.
you- I-
Surrounded by
used
moldy
in-
skeletons and a creepy statue, you are appraising Gwyn's used underwear.
Yes. Wait,
Yes.
I think I actually have a trait for that.
Botek is
Um,
not turning around until he knows
Historic
that it is
knowledge.
done.
I can-
It's safe to
Using-
turn
Can
around.
Your
determine the monetary
special-
value of.
Historical knowledge background is not going to be useful to you because it is not more than how many years was
A
it?
century.
It is not more than a century old. I am sorry, but you cannot use your historical knowledge background to figure out the value of.
Can I use my noble background to find out if it's of any good quality? I must know
Excuse
good
me.
clothes, right?
You know, that's entirely up to Gwyn. Gwyn, please describe your undergarments.
Well,
Oh, God.
they are of a fine quality, I assure you. Fresh off the press, if you will.
Fresh undergarments. Had them changed before she entered the land of death.
Botek is just listening to them talk about the undergarments. It's just like, you know, I don't know how it got to this part in my life, but let's. I don't know what to do here. I'm just baffled.
You estimate that the undergarments would sell. Some people would probably pay you to get rid of them And some people might pay you a good sum of money for them. It's hard to know. It depends on the person.
Oh, Lilith just looks at Zora and just nods. Got to find the right market. Must have some contacts somewhere.
That's why I forgot to mark malaria as a focus. I'm dumb.
It's okay.
But you do have used underwear now, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, will you give it back?
Nope. Just it's a backup. It's a backup.
Oh no.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Thank you. Might
Though
be
they
very,
aren't
very useful to
moving,
us.
and they kind of hang there in deathly silence, you can almost feel the skeletons judging you.
Hey, Zora, want to use that hand of yours to see if any of these guys are a little more alive than they look?
Yeah.
over here, just like,
That's
nope, we're
actually a
not
very good
this.
idea. Thurxora gently starts to poke the skelly mobs with her mage hand, one after another, trying to not damage them.
You gently poke the Skelemobob. You
Wait.
give it a kind of a brief nudge with your invisible mage hand, and you see the head when you nudge it just doesn't seem to respond or react.
Well, that just goes like, is it safe to turn around yet?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You're fine.
Turn
No
around.
one's gonna slap me, right? I thought you were good. I'm not sure. Yes. I'm worried.
Are you examining the skeletons?
Yep.
Roll a perception check for me.
Perception 6.
A 6. Yeah, they're lifeless. Dead. Nothing out of the ordinary about them.
Well, that will slowly turn around. Be like, hey, Thrix, you could use that hand of yours, right, to grab the orb.
I could. I just don't know if it's such a smart idea to mess with this, whatever it is.
Well, that's up to you. I don't know what you want what's over towards Gwen's undergarments for, but you know, if you were gonna do something with them, you know, I don't even know. Where are we going next?
I don't even know anymore. Is that door open up ahead of you, Berside?
Is the door open here?
You want to try the door?
Yes.
You approach the door. It is this. The door looks actually kind of nicer compared to these wooden beams that seem to be holding up this entire room and almost this entire structure that you've seen. Even the table that you had passed was old, rotted, disgusting. This door seems much nicer, though it is old and has begun to like wear away, but it seems to be made of some special kind of wood. You try the handle. Seems to open.
Yep. Looks like it's. Are we gonna do anything about the orb guy, or are we just gonna move on?
Mm. Actually, I think it's worth trying to take that orb. And I slowly start to mage hand the orb out of the statue's hand, if that works.
Okay. You use your mage hand and slowly bring it towards the statue. This orb seems to be like this kind of very clear and clouded, kind of like a crystal ball almost. It seems to come out of the statue's hand. And you look around, and the shadows in the room suddenly begin changing under your lamplight. Lily, you notice the fire in your hand begins to move around as if some previous wind that had not been there suddenly begins to blow it. You guys briefly feel your hair be tousled back as the shadows begin to coalesce into the middle of this room and suddenly begin to meld together and form together. Just every single shadow that had been cast by your lamplight suddenly begins to coalesce, leaving no other shadows behind, and begins to rise up out of the ground in a humanoid shape. 4 shapes, completely silhouetted in shadow, wearing black cloaks, surround you. I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative.
Yay, bonk time!
It's bonk time. Oh yeah.
19.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, you're so fucked. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
got
It
it.
might be something useful later. It might not be. We don't
It was
know.
Chachi's idea.
Also, kill everything. Lily's
I
just
got-
like, if we kill them now, they can't form and come after us when we walk through. Screw it. Let's just murder everything.
Hold on. Give me a
I'm in
second.
this weird land, don't know where I am.
Look,
If I
everything in
die,
this
I
place is
die.
evil. Everything in this place has been trying to kill us, so
Exactly. May as well
it's
be
best
on
to
the
just get rid of it.
offensive. Yeah.
Oops, where's the other one? Nope, that's you. Give me 1 second. Let's get you guys where you were when this started. There we go. And add you guys to the turn order. Add turn. Add turn. All right, let's get ready. What was Thirksora? What was your initiative?
11.
11. Lily?
19.
19. Gwyn?
8.
8. Botak?
12.
12. And they are gonna roll not good. That is 7.
I don't know what you're talking about. That is good.
All right. Lily, you're gonna go first.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh. Well, seeing how we're right up here.
Thank you for
let's
redeeming the
just-
hydrate, Chandler. Yes.
I suppose pick a Dementor, any
Hydrate
Dementor, and
before they all
Shocking Grasp. What's my ultimate debris? 17.
What are you attacking it with?
Officer muted.
What are you attacking it with?
Shocking Grasp.
Okay. 17. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Roll that
Shocking
damage.
Grasp is
What's the
D8.
range on Shocking Grasp?
It's touch.
Okay, and you're attacking this one right next to you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God, 2.
2
I think
damage.
that we moved to level 3 in meta magic.
Oof. You reach out and you try and grab onto this shadow, and it's very strange. When you try and touch it, your hand doesn't entirely move through it. It's not ethereal, but it's not entirely solid either. And you reach out to touch it and begin your shocking grasp, and you do zap it, but it doesn't seem to do, even with the small amount of electricity that you can get out, it doesn't seem to respond very much to it at all. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Squat all else I can do. No, I'm just gonna sit here like a sitting duck. Yay! Good luck, everyone!
All right, Botak.
Alright, first thing Botak wants to do is cast a bonus action of Divine Favor. This means that whenever Botak lands a hit, I'll roll an extra 1d4 radiant damage. For
Yeah, there we
minute.
go. Divine Favor.
And Botak chooses the one to his right.
All right.
And he's gonna
Roll an attack.
smack away. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, nice. Wow, that's your second crit in 2 combats, I think, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Let's see.
All right.
What do I get?
Roll that
that's all
crit
shitty
damage.
numbers. Okay, that's all shitty numbers. That sucks. Total of 9 damage. With
9 damage.
yeah, for the physical one. Now I gotta do the spell damage, which it doesn't take any. Should I roll it twice, or should I just roll it and double it?
Roll
is
it
it-
twice.
Okay.
Because that's what we're doing for crits, because that's what it automatically does for D&D Beyond at this point, so that's what we're going to do.
Okay. So the first one's a 4, the second one's a 1, so that's 5 radiant damage.
5 radiant damage. So, and you said the first one, with your regular weapon attack was 9 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you go to hit it with your maul. You bring around your hammer, wham, slams into the side of it. The initial damage from your maul kind of doesn't seem to find as much purchase as you would have thought. Though you do hit it, it kind of just sinks in a little bit into this strange shadow. Doesn't seem to do as much. But that burst of radiant damage that comes out of your maul from your divine favor flashes from your maul, and this bright light kind of makes it real for a second. It just, you almost hear like this loud shrieking noise as this light seems to jostle it for a second. And it seems to really dislike that light that emanated from your maul. What did you say? 5 damage, and then that was on the... Okay, got it. And you notice the shadow begins to, like... It's... Just from that one hit, it is withering. It was very much affected by your maul attack.
Oh man. Now if I rolled higher with the regular ball, with the regular damage, it would be a lot better. But okay. I did a good spec. That is all I can do.
All right, Thurxora.
Let me quickly see. Due to the fact that I'm not really set up well for any of my Thunderwave casts because you guys are standing in the way.
Rip.
Actually, I have an idea. I'm gonna move up here. So I'm standing next to Lily. And then I am going to cast Thunderwave towards the east, which in a 15-foot cube in front of me, not next to me, will do stuff.
Okay.
Actually, I think if I just do this, I have a total damage of 9, and let me read the description. Each creature in a 15-foot cube must do a Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw. Okay, gotcha.
Um,
First one is gonna save. What's your spell DC?
I think it has to be 12 or higher.
Yeah, they're both gonna save, unfortunately.
That is fine because they still take half as much damage. So they still get 4.5 damage. Are we rounding that up or down?
Rounding down is always
Round down.
That's more.
Okay. 4 damage.
Okay, so you you turn around and face these two shadows in the corners, and how do you cast your spells? Do you strum on your lute, your lyre?
I guess.
Kind of do like a thunder, like a rock out wave, like.
Yes.
You pluck a few strings of your lute, your lyre. Sorry, I don't know. They both start with L. I keep calling it. It's lyre. It's a little mini harp thing. You pluck a few strings, and what starts off is a few notes begin to echo inside of each other and reverberate and become louder and louder and louder until this wave pushes out in front of you. This loud, thunderous noise comes out from the lyre and pushes these two shadows back a bit. And they seem to get knocked back for a second and jostle and kind of shimmer and wave in place. Or what you can assume is waving and shimmering. It's very hard to tell because of the way that they work. The shadows are very hard to see. In fact, it's almost like a trick of your eyes what is actually a shadow in front of you and what is shadows reaching on the ground from just your lantern. It's hard to tell. They don't seem to be that affected by your thunderous boom. Gwyn, your turn.
Damn, I think you're muted.
Oh, I am. I'm gonna step over here,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and swing my hammer overhead and smack it down.
Okay.
So,
Roll an attack.
for I think for
4. You should have a plus to your
It's not
9
showing up.
total.
9. Okay.
9
Thank
total.
you. It didn't show up for me.
Unfortunately, that's gonna miss. As it's kind of faded and kind of reeling from Botak's attack, you swing overhead with your hammer, and it manages to like wiggle away from your attack, unfortunately, and you just hit the damp earth where it was standing. They're gonna go. First one in the upper left is gonna attack you, Thrixora. It's gonna open with a natural 20.
Oh.
I'm sorry. The first thing it's gonna do is a nat 20. It didn't roll. It rolled about average on damage.
What does that mean?
You're going to take 10 points of damage as it reaches out and seems to reach for your throat, Thrixora, and grabs onto you. This cold, life-draining hand. Suddenly, you feel pain, and you begin to feel weaker as your warmth and you just feel your essence suddenly being sucked out of your body. You're going to take 10 points of necrotic damage.
And with that, I'm dead.
And we've got Thrixora gone down. I'm sorry, I opened up with a crit. Lily, the next one is going to attack you. That's going to be a hit.
Would being at 16 make it a miss?
No, that's definitely going to be a hit. It rolled a 17 plus a bunch, so you are going to take 4 necrotic damage as it reaches out and it just briefly touches your shoulder, and you suddenly feel your life essence being sucked from you.
Ouchie. Fucking demented, huh?
Yeah, I was about to say, wow, these are Dementors.
Yeah.
All right.
Shotzi, I blame you!
Hey, I'm not the one that picked it up.
It was your
I was asking-
idea!
I asked a question. You're the one that did it.
This one who is weakened in the corner is going to reach out at you, Botak, after you hit it with your shining maul. And after this flash, it tries in vain to reach out for you and suck out your life force, but you step back, and it can't
another
seem
round,
to
huh?
get a grasp on you. Next one. What's your armor class, Botak? 16?
Yep.
That one's also going to miss. As you step back away from this one to your in front of you, you turn around and quickly see the other one reaching out to you, and you do another step out of the way as it begins to reach out,
fancy.
and it manages to you manage to avoid its reach.
Glad I took those dance lessons.
Lily, your turn.
Yes, we're rip. Seeing how I tried to move backwards after hitting the thing so we wouldn't get the thing, but it never actually moved me. I guess I'm still stuck next to the damn thing.
Yep.
I get disadvantage on ranged, right? On the something.
If
next
you're
to me.
attacking something directly adjacent to you, yes.
Okay. What about if I fire at this one instead?
If you're in melee with something, you're gonna have a disadvantage on your ranged attacks.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to touch Thixora and spare the dying.
Okay. You use Spare the Dying on Thurxora, which is going to stop Thurxora from making any death saves. It means you're automatically stabilized and you don't have to make death saving throws. So that's good.
Yes. Yeah.
Guess these
Yeah.
guys don't look underwear thieves.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Next up is Botak, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. It was Botak's turn.
Hello, Mr. Ghost in the corner, surrounded by us. I think I'm going to smack you in the face now.
Roll that attack.
Ooh, That's an 18.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
Ooh. 9 physical damage. And another 4 radiant.
Okay. You swing your maul. It manages to catch this shadow right in the head. Again, this radiant damage explodes off of your maul, and in that blast, whoosh, the shadow seems to just vanish in this flash of light. It just the shadows that had coalesced into this creature suddenly began to be cast in their original places throughout the room. And that one was dead. All right.
I feel like I just uppercut it with my maul. Right on his chin.
You uppercutted him and he just disappeared.
Yay.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope, that's about all I can do.
Okay. Thurxora, you don't have to make any death saving throws, so you're good. But on the well, as good as you can be. Gwyn, your turn.
Okay. I think I'm gonna spin 180 and turn to the one nearest the entrance.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and throw a hand axe at it.
You can move towards it if you want and hit it
Okay.
and bonk it. Just throwing that out there for you.
I'm gonna try the axe.
Okay. Roll that damage, or roll that attack.
8.
8. Unfortunately, you... even with the modifier, what did you roll?
Oh wait, no, 8 plus 5. Sorry, the modifier's not showing.
That's weird.
So 13.
That's gonna hit. Yeah, roll damage.
Okay. 2.
2 damage.
The 5 with the modifier.
Oh, and the modifier.
Yeah, Tama, you have to always look into the little pop-up it gives you on the bottom right to see the modifiers.
Yeah, it's not showing up for me. I'll refresh one sec.
Weird.
Okay.
What's your modifier on the axe?
They're all plus 5. I think.
Plus 5, or so you do 7 damage.
Yeah.
No,
No.
It's
the
plus
damage is
3.
plus 3. The attack is to hit is like plus 5.
Got you. So 5
yeah.
5
Okay.
damage. All right.
Yeah.
You throw your axe, and it seems to lodge into this shadow creature for a moment, and it kind of shimmers again, or begins to wave around as this axe lodges into it, and then the axe kind of falls out. It doesn't seem to do as much as you would hope that an axe being lodged in a creature would do, but it seemed to have some effect.
Well, better than nothing. Okay, that's it.
All right. This one is going to move forward after your axe throw and attack you, Gwyn. What's your AC?
18 armor class.
18. Unfortunately, that is actually going that it rolled an 18. It's going to hit you.
Fucking.
It reaches out and grasps onto your arm, and you feel this pain, this life-sucking energy begin to be pulled away, and you almost kind of see the shadows that are being cast on your armor being drawn into it. Next one is going to attack you, Lily. Your AC is 12, you said?
It is 11, 16 if I use my shield spell.
Okay.
If it will save me.
It is, so it's 11?
Yeah, 11 is my AC.
Okay, that's gonna miss you. Yeah, this creature reaches out and kind of reaches out both hands in an attempt to get a hold on you, and you're getting wiser and step away from it, managing to avoid its grasp. Next one's gonna attack you, Botak.
Bring it on.
Your AC is 18?
16.
16. That's gonna hit you.
Oh.
It reaches out and manages to finally get a grasp on the side of your head as you can feel it briefly touch you. Your energy is sucked out. You're going to take 5 points of necrotic damage.
How many points did I take?
Sorry, I don't know why I didn't say that. You took 4 points of necrotic damage.
Thank you.
I missed that. My bad. All right. Lily, your turn.
We're gonna use up spell slot and cure wounds on Thixora.
Okay.
Heals for 8.
All right, Thrixora, you're back up with 8 health. You guys see as Lily reaches down and this light emanates from her hand and begins to suffuse itself into Thixora's unconscious body. And Thrixora, you're suddenly your strength is back and you return awake. Anything else you want to do with your turn, Lily?
No, that's all I've got.
Tama redeemed a hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate real fast. And then Botak, it's your turn.
Yes, Botak. Getting hit by this guy did not feel very well, so Botak is going to get vengeance and smack him right in his face.
All right. Vengeance smack. Vengeance maul slap.
Oh, it was so close to 20. But 17.
That's gonna hit. Dang, Botak's maul's doing some damage this round.
Alright. 5 physical and 3 radiant.
Right. Again, you smack it with your maul. It manages to find purchase, or what is kind of purchase in this strange shadow creature. You land the hit, and again this radiant blast emanates from your maul, and again it shrivels back as this light seems to dispel its shadow form for just a brief moment. But it's still standing. Thrixora, you're alive again.
I'm gonna move over here for reasons of personal safety. And then
If you do move out, they will take an opportunity of attack because you are in melee range of 2 of them.
Oh, fuck. Come on, down me again.
You're gonna take the opportunity attack?
Yep.
Okay. What's your AC?
10.
That's gonna be a miss, actually.
Whew.
And that one's gonna hit. Not a crit this time, though. As you try and leave these guys' range, one of them reaches out, can't seem to get a hold of you. The other tries to grasp you and manages to briefly touch the back of your head, and you're going to take 5 points of necrotic damage as your life is sapped from you.
Okay. And let me see. I am also going to cast a healing word on me.
Chandler redeemed the
Which
nom nom, so I'm
should
gonna grab some
give
character
me-
really quick. Thank you, Chandler.
3
Got
health
my
points.
energy.
Oh, 5 health points back.
All right, use healing word on yourself.
Yep.
All right. You sing a brief healing tune, but as you pluck a few strings on your lyre, and you feel the life force that had been drained from you suddenly a strange life force seems to emanate from this lair, and you are filled with energy once again. Gwyn, your turn.
I'm just gonna try and swing my hammer overhead and try and bonk the one in front of me again.
All right, roll for bonk.
By the power of bonks.
10. 10.
10?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to miss. Did you add your modifier this time?
Yes, I
Yep.
bloody did.
Damn. I'm so sorry, Tama. You are not
I'm
rolling
never-
well tonight.
I never roll well.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's gonna miss.
It's
You do a
okay.
wide swing with your maul, or with your hammer, excuse me, and you try to bring it down on this shadow, and you thought you caught it for a second, but it seems it was not the shadow you were looking for. It was a strange illusion of the shadows that were emanating from Therxora's lamp. And you try to bring this hammer down, and you end up whiffing past this creature and smashing the hammer into one of these skeletons, and it just shatters, and bones go flying in all directions. And your hammer just lands with a thud against the side of the wall. Shadow turn. That's going to miss you, Gwyn. Next one.
Thank the Lord.
It's going to miss you, Lily. And your AC is 16, Botac.
That is correct.
All right. Gwyn, it tries to reach out and find purchase on you as you miss with your hammer, but you manage to back away in time. Lily, it tries to do the same for you, and you kind of hold up your little firelight, and it seems to back away for a brief moment, and it can't seem to get a grasp on you. Botac. Ooh, it reaches out again and grabs the side of your head as it briefly seems to reach out both of its hands and kind of sap your energy that had been like from the light source that had been giving you your strength. It sort of seems to try and draw this energy back into itself. You're gonna take 6 points of necrotic damage, unfortunately.
I am still alive.
Woo! That's good. That's good.
Barely, but I am.
All right, Lily, your turn.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm eating jerky. Chandler redeemed nom nom, and I gotta get some jerky in me.
I'm gonna have to go for a shocking grasp again on the one in front of me.
Okay.
$11.
That's just barely gonna miss.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you reach out your hand and try, as it reaches out to try and grab you, you try and grab its arm, but you kind of, your hand goes whoosh,
Wouldn't have
unable
this
to
problem
find
if
anything to
fireball
grasp.
cast is ranged. I can have it in my hand. Why do I have to roll disadvantage when I throw it? It's stupid. But anyway, I'm done. That's all I got.
Oh, unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
All right, Botak, it is your turn.
Vortex has one of two options. He can give this thing the good bonking, or he can make sure his health doesn't die. So, yeah, he's gonna pump 9 points of healing into himself with lay on hands.
Okay. All right, so you kind of touch, you touch the harness of your mail, and this light begins emanating out of Botak's hands, and you are filled with this warm sensation as your strength returns to you.
All right, you're next. And I can't do anything else today, so that's all I got.
Okay. Thruxora.
Considering how it's going, I am almost tempted to start another staring duel with one of the skeletons. But I'm not. Instead, I'm gonna move a little further to the west and try to assist Botek by poking that thing with my rapier.
Okay.
Which is not gonna hit.
Oh no.
4.
Oh,
4 plus.
Oh, 3
No.
plus 1.
Oh no. Oof. You only have a
Oh,
+1 to
no.
your rapier attack?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
yeah. You should
Yeah,
at least
welcome
have
to
a +3.
spellcasters and point buy waffles. I got the same if I
Oof.
want to attack with anything that isn't magic.
But
Yeah.
wait, aren't you proficient with it?
Yeah, you should be adding your proficiency bonus. Assuming you're
Okay.
proficient with rapiers.
That's actually a very good question. The
Should-
thing is, I am not.
I mean,
I am not proficient with any kind of weaponry because bards are apparently not proficient with any kinds of weapons.
No, you should be proficient with simple melee weapons.
yeah.
That's still only if
Oh,
that's
proficiency
it's
is
the same
weapons,
as
crossbow,
me.
hand, longsword, rapier, short sword, simple weapons.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you should have rapier bonus.
You should have proficiency bonus on your rapier, so it should be a plus
3 at least.
+3 at least, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, you're not gonna hit right now, but it should.
I mean,
be
yeah, it won't affect
okay.
this attack, but I'm wondering why that's not being added. We'll have to figure that one out.
Like what D&D Beyond tells me.
D&D Beyond, get your shit together.
Hey,
Well, unfortunately, that's still not going to hit anyways. So you kind of make a stab out at it with your rapier, and unfortunately, you can't seem to find anything to really stab. It's a strange shadow creature, and it's moving around, and you can't really get a good jab in. Anything else you want to do?
I don't think there's much that I can do
Okay.
other than stand there and angrily stare at the shadow.
Okay, Gwyn, your turn.
I'm going to try and overhead bonk the bugger again.
More bonks! Roll for bonkage. Come on, you can do this. You can do this, Gwyn.
9,
What did you roll?
4.
4. Oh no.
Oh, Gwyn, no.
Wait.
This is one particularly elusive shadow. You just cannot see him. You bring your hammer up again for another swing and try to land down on it, and you just can't seem to find purchase against this strange shadowy creature. It's moving in a way that you're not used to. You're used to hitting physical things, something that has a nice crunch to it when you swing your hammer. These creatures are alien to you, and you just can't seem to find a way to fight it.
Slippery little fucker.
All right,
That's-
they're going to attack. That's going to hit you, Gwyn. While you're trying to bonk this thing overhead, you bring your hammer down. It briefly brushes past you, and immediately your energy is drained again. You're going to take 2 points of necrotic damage. That's going to miss you, Lily, as it reaches out. You just trying to hold your flame in front of its face, trying to make it back away, and it seems to be working so far. This one's going to attack Botak, who is the biggest threat right now.
Matt, I don't know what you're talking about.
Your armor 16?
Yep.
Alright, that's gonna miss. It tries to stop you as you're infusing this healing light into yourself. But this light seems to be making it unable to approach you or go forward. And it's kind of just trying to do something to you, but it can't seem to get a grasp on you. Lily, your turn.
We are going shocking grasp yet again.
More shocking.
Although I might actually hit.
Holy crap.
18.
18 hits, yeah.
Yes, warrior. D8
Hi, Zolly.
for 3.
3 damage?
Yup.
Alright, you reach out your hand and try to suffuse electricity into this, and it turns out shadows aren't very good conductors of electricity. And you try and zap it, and it doesn't seem to do that much. It seems to have a small effect, but it seems to be more from the light that is emanating from the electricity in your hand than anything else.
Can it at least not take reactions because it got hit?
Yes, it will not be able to take reactions.
And she is gonna back the fuck up. Finally.
All right.
And use her bonus action to turn her 2 sorcery points into an extra first level spell slot.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okie dokie. Botak.
Botak sees the potential for a good smack to the face. Hey-yo. And that, my friends, is a 15.
15 will hit. Roll that damage.
Oh, that's good damage. 8 physical damage plus 3 radiant damage.
You, as it seems to be backing away from your healing hands, you manage to take advantage of this moment. Bring out your maul, swing around, and you manage to catch it right in the head. And again, your maul lands, and this radiant burst comes out. And once again, you hear this kind of shrieking wind, like this noise as it briefly kind of expands and then disappears, and the shadows return to their origin places in the room. This one is dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guys, short thing. We just established D&D Beyond is sexist
I'm sorry.
because after going through the roles that were made on D&D Beyond, in the past 45 minutes, the only person that managed to roll higher than a 10 on a D20 is Chachi.
Yep. And that's why I stopped using it, because it kept rolling me 5. So I got my dice out
Oh,
and
you
started
guys.
rolling. She might
Oh.
roll me once in a blue moon, but at least on average, she rolls over an 8.
I'm so sorry. I mean, it's not D&D Beyond for Lily. Lily's using regular dice. Arya's using normal dice, right? Or are you using D&D Beyond?
Yeah, no, I'm using my actual dice
Oh,
now
maybe you
because
need to use
D&D
D&D
Beyond
Beyond.
wouldn't roll me anything higher than a 5.
Oh, okay.
So I quit.
Oh, maybe change your dice.
Hey, maybe I should do that too because it's doing the same shit for me.
I sprint over to the very one in the far corner and be like, your pals are dead. You're next.
All right. Botak's gonna move over to these ones over here. All right, Thrixora, your turn.
My turn. I will have a quick look at everybody's health points. And the longer I think about it, the more attractive becomes a staring duel with this skeleton.
He looks like he could use some healing.
Who?
The skeleton.
The skeleton, oh, yeah. Well, sucks that he is dead.
You just need some liposuction.
You know, considering that, well, there's probably more stuff in here, and I do not want to use up all my spell slots, because they seem to be the only useful thing that I have. Thank you, D&D Beyond. I would say I'm just gonna stare at the skeleton very angrily and
Oh, no.
silently blame it for our misfortune.
Okay, you angrily stare at the skeleton. The skeleton seems to be unfazed by your intimidating stare. It kind of just looks back at you. And that's it.
Orphans, that was a wonderful Magikarp impression.
Wait, it looks back at you. It's alive. Kill it.
You can't tell because it doesn't have flesh, but you think it might be smiling at you. Gwyn, your turn.
Wow, this might be a surprise, but I might try and swing for a bonk again.
I might go for
One in
bonk.
front of me. I might try the bonk.
Just a slight bonkage. You might actually hit a bonk.
16.
Holy crap, you hit a bonk! Pew, 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 pew. Oh, Gwyn hit a bonk! Holy cow.
8 damage.
8 damage. You bring your hammer around. Wham! Manage to finally find purchase on this creature. and you feel your hammer actually hit something, though it doesn't seem to be as nice as and crunchy as a normal flesh creature. You're just happy that you've managed to do something, and it kind of jerks for a second, but you did some damage to it.
I did something, guys. Jesus.
Alright.
And now it's gonna attack back. That's going to miss. It's kind of, as it's being impacted from this hammer, it tries to reach out and grab you, but you are keeping a hammer's length away from it, and it can't seem to grab you. This one's going to attack Botak. That is also going to miss. Seeing you run up to it, it kind of reaches out to you, and you almost do like a combat slide as you're running towards it, and manage to avoid its attack.
You know, we slide to the left.
Lily. Lily,
Huh? What?
your turn.
Sorry,
Leo.
Well,
okay, now I am back here. You're finally gonna use the fucking fire spell.
Heck yeah.
21.
21's definitely gonna hit.
We are gonna hit the one I've been zapping this whole time. Yeah, I
Alright.
got an axe to grind with that bastard.
Alright, roll that damage.
Oh, that's much better. It's a 7.
7 damage. Alright. You managed to blast it with this fire. What are you using exactly?
Firebolt. So it's
Firebolt.
my little fire just as a ball.
Yeah. You take that little fire and you chuck it at it, and it seems to hit it right square in the chest, and this brief flash of light from the fire lights up, and it kind of, it does seem to be affected by the fire, though, like most things you've been hitting it with and smacking it with, it just doesn't seem to do as much as something like Botak's bright, radiant flash of light.
She just sees it hit and just sits there and grumbles to herself, all this healing. Damn, it's one thing I don't have is radiant. I'm good with this shit. And she's just grumbling to herself, but she kind of motions to the others to carry on. And I'm done.
Okay, alright. Botak.
Botak sees an opportunity caused by fire and will spec pretty hard.
Okay.
I
Fire
repeat
opportunity
that.
attack.
Pretty good hard because it's a natural 20.
Hell yeah! Oh my gosh, Botak. Gwen, I think you need to take Botak's dice.
You don't say.
Yes. For the regular damage, that is 15.
Yep.
For the divine favor, that is double 4, so that's 8.
Oh yeah, that thing is gone. You uppercut it with
That
this
is
maul again. You as it's hit with this fire and briefly stunned for a second, you bring it up and the shining light flashes, and just like the others, it disperses into shadows
out of
throughout
the
the room
park.
again. And that's third one down. One more to go. Thurxora, your turn.
I'm gonna decide that I'm the winner of the skeleton staring contest. And I'm
Okay.
gonna walk over to it, grab its head, and cast light on it.
Okay, okay.
So now I have a glowing skeleton skull in my hands.
All right, you have a glowing skeleton skull in your hand. Again, it doesn't seem to respond as you pull off the skull and the other parts of the bones. You kind of have to tug for a second, and you pull it off, and the bones kind of fall down towards the ground. And you have a glowing skeleton head now.
And I'm standing here readying for the next turn when I will be able to use another action to yeet it into that shadow thing.
Okay. All right. Gwyn, your turn.
Now, to spice it up a little bit, I'm going to take a sideways bonk and attempt to bonk it into the bonking wall.
Okay. Roll for sideways wall bonk.
That will be a 22.
That definitely hits.
We just had to complain about D&D Beyond, and now it works.
Yeah.
And that was 11 damage.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a good bonk.
I'm very angry.
Gwyn,
Attack of
how do you want to finish it off?
I would like to
Yeah.
do a for fuck's sake, just die already, you bastard. And I would like to side swing it so hard into the wall and scream bloody murder. And yeah.
All right. You guys just all of a sudden hear this loud scream from a very frustrated Dragonborn as Gwyn peels her hammer back from where it had landed before and just screams out, swings the hammer around again with such force that the sheer force from this hammer scatters this shadow. It lands and just completely eviscerates this shadow, and it goes through it, and the shadows that make up this creature are split apart and cast aside, and they kind of hover there for a moment, and it seems to try and put itself back together, but it can't seem to, and the shadows scatter back to their places of origin. And that one is dead as well. You guys managed to survive.
Yay!
Excellent.
I killed a lot of things.
And
Yes,
I
you
found
did.
already questions that Thuxora is standing in the middle of a room, a glowing skeleton skull in her hand.
Yeah, you guys
Be
turn and
or not
see
to be.
Thuxora has a glowing skeleton skull.
Hi guys.
Nice friend.
Yeah.
New
Don't,
friend.
don't mind him. She carefully puts it back onto the rest of the skeleton.
Okay.
You try to affix it back, but unfortunately you have broken the joints that affix the skull to the neck, and you kind of place it on there, and the skull just rolls towards the center of the room.
I'm sorry, but I guess you want me to keep it then, huh? And she picks up the skull again.
Maybe it needs a hat.
Well, it's glowing with light, right? We can use it as a torch.
True.
You now see when the shadows had arrived, you had set down the glowing, or not the glowing, the crystal orb that is now right in front of the statue.
I'm gonna pick it up again. God damn it. I'm gonna pick it up again and
Four more
see
sure.
if it maybe is older than a century.
You look at this crystal orb and you try to examine it. I will say, roll a history check.
Yeah, let's check the history. Of course it didn't work for me, the complaining, it's a 6.
You can't really... The nature of items such as these can be many and varied, from magical applications to just looking pretty and decorative in somebody's house. You estimate it would sell for a bit. It'd sell for about 20 gold in back in a place in civilization. But other than that, you're not sure about the properties of this strange orb.
I'm gonna hand the orb over to Lily. Can you make anything of this?
So, anybody up for like a short rest?
Yeah. Short rest sounds fine.
Yeah, sounds like a very good idea.
Are you examining the orb, Lily, or
Yes, Lily is examining the orb first.
okay? Roll an Arcana check.
18.
18. You're looking at this orb and you're examining it. You've seen stuff like this before. You do know that an orb such as this could probably be used as a magical focus, but examining it and looking it over, you can't recognize any magical properties coming from it. It doesn't seem to be magical in any way or anything like that.
More a conduit or a tool than a nature magic itself. Could be useful though. Depends whether you wish to hold on to it or not.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Taking a
like the
short
idea
rest.
Yeah. I like
Alright.
the idea of resting.
All right, you guys are going to rest here in Moldy Skeleton Room?
Yeah, better
Yeah, I think we're gonna
in
have
other
to.
places.
All right. What are you guys doing during the short rest? Kind of just sitting
I
down,
am
relaxing.
playing a song
Playing a song, okay.
to trigger my feature Song of Rest. So, everybody, you regain 1d6 hit points.
All right. So, you guys sit down and kind of try to relax in this room, which is a little hard for you because this room had just threatened to murder you with the same shadows that seem to be bouncing off of the skeletons and the walls and this statue. And you look at this statue. It is it is an intimidating figure, to say the least. It almost seems to be judging you with its hand in the air as it looks down upon you. The shadows of this glowing skeleton head making it seem bigger against the backdrop of the wall. But Therxora starts strumming on their lyre, and you feel this sense of relaxation and calmness come over you. And you guys manage to take your hour of short rest, unimpeded by these shadows or anything else that might be lurking.
So, here, everyone, 1d6 and add it to your HP.
One d6 for all you guys.
Why didn't it roll? I did the short rest on the D&D Beyond. It didn't. Do I have to roll manually for dice?
You have to roll manually for it.
Yeah.
Do I take recover or I don't know?
You should have hit dice. So when you do a short rest, you can take the hit dice that you have and roll them and regain your HP based on how many hit dice you decided to roll. As a fighter, you should have a buttload of hit dice, so you should have.
I have 2.
Okay, you can
Thanks,
so
uh,
you can use 1 or 2 hit dice.
Okay.
And those are d6 you can add to your health points. And you can't get hit dice back until you finish a long rest,
um,
which is 8 hours.
oh, I fudged up so much. I could have killed things a lot sooner. I forgot about my great weapon fighting, which allowed me to reroll the 1s and 2s.
Oh no.
Oops.
Oops.
I just got it, so I don't know. I haven't never used it before. But now I know that. I can do that.
Don't forget, Gwyn, you also have your breath attack, which you get
I
back
know.
every short rest.
I know. I've
very
just been
powerful.
wary of using it. Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a wide AoE though.
How does one
Exactly.
actually roll the dice in here without clicking on number?
There should be in the bottom left. There should be a little dice icon.
Oh, bring duh. Okay, I am paladin. I have was it D8 or D10? I think it was D10, right? For paladins. Waffles?
Sorry.
It was D10 for paladins, right?
For your hit dice, I would have to look it up.
Okay. I'll look it up real quick first.
Fighter, Gwyn,
hit
you
dice.
should have your hit dice should be a D10.
I
So
rolled a 7 on it.
okay, so that's 7 HP back for you. So that should put you back
Awesome.
at maximum.
Yep, it is a 10. Okay, so
You got a 10 on your D10? Oh no, you okay.
no.
Okay. I thought you got a 10. I was like, nice.
All right, there's so 124 plus the d6 that Dudley gave us. Oh, nice. 500. I'm back to full health. Okay.
Woo. All right, everybody healed up?
Yep, I'm good.
1 second, 1d8 plus 1 it is for me.
Actually, while we do that, we can. How about we take an actual IRL break real quick? I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, and everybody we can pause while everybody gets healed and gets back to everything normal. We'll just take a very brief
Health 2.
IRL break.
Gotcha.
Sound good?
Yep.
Okie
Yeah.
dokie. All right, I will be right back, guys. Give me a few minutes. Okay. Okay. How you guys doing?
Penis.
Wait us.
Damn it, Mom.
Oh, I'm ready to rock and roll when you are.
All right, everybody good?
I'm good.
Thank you, Shatler. All right. Boop. All right, we're back. So, you guys took your short rest, healed up.
Yes.
What are you guys doing now?
Oh.
I pick up the orb thingy and put it into my pocket.
Okay.
Um,
You kind of take this orb, which is pretty decently sized. It's about that big. You put it into your backpack next to the doll that you had
it
grabbed
has
earlier,
the item and the underwear.
and the underwear next to the underwear and the doll.
How should I call it? Dungeon orb
Dungeon orb.
thingy.
Okay. Quick question, guys. Do we want to go towards the chanting that probably heard that thunderous boom from an hour ago, or do
Yes,
we want to?
you guys can, while you were short resting, by the way, you guys could hear every couple minutes or so that chanting would happen again. Just a repeat of these same mumbled words over and over and over. And then it fades away. And then a couple minutes, you hear it again, and then it fades away.
Okay, seems like they ignored us. Even though that boom that you caused there, Rex was pretty
Helping
loud.
it soon either. So if you wish to explore a little, then lead on.
Yeah.
Okay, we can always check out what happened. What's through this door?
Yeah. Luxora also picks up the glowy skull for light.
Glowy skull light. Way cooler than a lantern.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
And it doesn't
100%.
use oil.
All right. You try the door again, and it opens, and you peek inside. And that is...
And we all died.
Roll
It is
20
used.
seems to have a problem with trying to reveal areas. For some reason, it thinks the first time I do it, it's trying to hide it. I don't understand.
We got engulfed with darkness.
It's a little buggy. Thank you, Roll 20, for always working as intended. There we go. All right. This room, and you could immediately tell it was different just from the door. This room seems to have a little bit more decor than most of the other rooms you've seen in this place. It's still held up by these rotted wooden these beams are just not very nice looking. Although they do have carved kind of what looks to be some sort of eyes or something like that. You can't exactly make it out, but there seems to be some kind of intricate carvings on these rotted wooden beams. There's a chandelier suspended above a table in the middle of the room with two high-backed, very fancy-looking chairs flanking each side of this table. There are black candelabras, in the corners of the room. Not lit. And there seems to be a clay jug and some flagons on this table. The candles on these candlesticks have long since melted away as well. You see to the north another entrance heading to some room, though you can't really tell what it is from here. And to the east seems to be what that other tunnel was connecting to.
Ah,
Who
we've
needs
gone around in the
candles anyways?
circle. Kinda. Alright. Let's have a group vote. Shall we go down this way? Or shall we go back towards where the chanting came from?
I think we should go this way first. Maybe we can somehow go around the chanting.
I agree. I would rather know as much of the layout of this place as possible. If we can somehow get around them and map out the area, maybe we'll, I don't know, find some sort of advantage.
Hmm.
All right. You move towards the northern entrance and peer into what seems to be some sort of bedroom. Strangely enough, in this seems to have a stone floor as opposed to the dirt floors that cover most of this place. It seems to be these stone tiles covering the bottom of this room. There's a large wood-framed bed with these rotting this rotting feather mattress. Pair of iron candlesticks, much like the ones before, on either side of it. There seems to be, in one of the corners, a crate filled with some kind of implements. A closed wardrobe sits directly to your left, and there's a footlocker at the end of the bed.
Oh. Appears to only just be a bedroom. No other way in or out.
Well, maybe search for anything useful and we can backtrack. I think there were passages near the beginning that we didn't look at. Maybe it'd be worth looking at those.
Chachi, Botak, as you get into the room more farther, you hear a noise that you didn't hear from where you were before. A growling noise, and you peer to your left to see what seems to be some sort of canine creature staring at you with glowing red eyes. Flesh seems to be missing from parts of its skull. Rotted away flesh still, and hair clings to different parts of this dog. And it bares its fangs at you in a growl. This you would assume that when this dog was in its prime, it would have had this beautifully sleek black fur, but it's disheveled right now and just this looking like a zombie dog of some sort. It just growls at you. What do you do?
Nice doggy. Don't need to bite the Botak. We're just gonna back out of the room, back out of the room, back out of the room, back out of the room.
Okay, you're backing up?
Yeah.
All right. It growls at you and starts to move forward towards you as you guys back out of the room. It doesn't seem to attack you yet. And you guys manage to back out of the room, and it just stands in front of the footlocker and kind of just watches you, baring its fangs.
Guys, I have an idea.
Can
Just
we not
give
just
me a second.
kill it? Maybe it's guarding something.
I have a better idea. Just wait here. I will be right back. Thurxora goes to the skeleton that she already ruined and rips off one of its legs.
Okay. Yeah, you grab a bone from the leg of the skeleton. Big thick bone. Skeleton doesn't seem to care.
And goes back around the table, steps over Botek, carefully goes into the room, waving the bone in front of her, being like, "Doggy, look what I have for you. Do you want a bone? Are you a good boy?"
Roll an animal handling check.
This is gonna go so fucking wrong. Ooh, a 16.
16. Okay. You do notice this dog as you get closer toward and begin to step into this room. It growls at you. And then it does kind of notice the bone, and it seems to be following it with its gaze.
Do you want to be a good puppy? Come. Here, take this bone. And she holds the bone right in front of its snout.
Okay. You hold the bone out in front of its snout. It grabs the bone. And
Oh, you're a good boy.
it takes it and begins shaking the bone back and forth.
I hold my hand out to it, very carefully getting closer to it, trying to pet it.
You go into attempt to pet the dog. It's shaking this bone back and forth, and you reach out your hand. This is not a very pleasant looking thing to pet. The skin has rotted off of its skull, and bits of exposed bone can be seen here and there, and a little bit of hair tufts are seen, and you kind of reach out and pet it, and it doesn't seem to care. It seems to be entirely focused on this bone. And you look down at this dog, and you do see it has a collar with a tag on it of some sort.
Can I read what's on the tag?
You can. It says Sophaxis on it.
Sophaxis, okay. I basically kneel down in front of the dog, be like, "So your name is Sophaxis? You're
It
a
seems
good
to
puppy.
respond immediately to that name.
You're a good puppy. You just enjoy your bone, okay? Don't mind us too much."
And it does exactly that. It seems to be enjoying this bone and does not seem to be bothered by your presence anymore.
Thuxara turns around to the others, being like, "You see? It's just a dog."
Very nice. Now, maybe search this room quickly before we move on.
Thank you, Rushton, for the 500
Sure.
biddies. I appreciate it.
Maybe that lock
Thank you so much.
at the bed.
What are you doing?
Searching the locker at the foot of the bed.
All right. You open up the footlocker. It seems to open. It's not locked or anything like that. You see a folded, what looks to be a cloak of some kind, and next to it a small wooden coffer. About 2 feet by 2 feet wide.
Let's see what's inside this little coffer. Let's see if I can open it up.
You do open up the coffer. It doesn't seem to be locked. And inside, you see an assortment of things. Most what stands out to you are several vials of liquid. Four of them filled with a strange red liquid, and the last one with this kind of orange, it's kind of rounder, and this orange liquid to it. You see another lantern sitting next to these implements, a shirt, but it's made of chain, a chain shirt. You see a set of tools and like lock picking implements, and a furled up scroll.
I think we found some things that look to be very nice. Some things that could be maybe useful. Just like there's like 4 red files, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take one for myself and then pass one to each of the others. And I don't know what we should do with the rest. We got an orange file, a lantern, this rope here, some.
What does the scroll say? Is it in a language any of us can read?
I don't know. I have not opened it. Let's see.
You unfurl the scroll and look at it. It looks to be some sort of magic incantation, but you can't make heads or tails of it, Botek.
It's a deed. I'm rich. No, I'm joking. I can't make heads or tails of this thing.
Thuxora stands or steps right behind him and peeks over his head at the scroll to see if she can make anything of it.
Thuxora, you look at the scroll and you can definitely make out it's a magical incantation of some sort, and you look over it briefly, and it seems to be for the spell invisibility.
Oh.
So
This
it is a
seems to be
scroll
a
of invisibility.
This seems to be a spell scroll for invisibility. Definitely interesting and very useful. If you know how to use it, Botek.
I can't read it, so I don't think I can use it. But that doesn't mean that one of you guys can't use it on me or one of the others.
That is indeed
Hold
true.
on to it, Zora. You never know when it may come in useful.
Yeah, we should definitely hold on to it.
I would like to examine the orange file. See
And
what
what
it
about that cloak?
All right.
Look at both.
plastic cloak over.
I would say Botak, just roll a. You're not proficient with alchemy kit or anything like that, right?
Nope.
Just roll a basic intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
Actually, roll investigation. I'll give you investigation.
Investigation. Of that, cause that's better. Hey, that's a 9.
A 9. You are not quite sure what the orange vial is. You're not particularly skilled in alchemy or anything like that. You do recognize that it is a potion of some sort, though you don't know if it's what it does or if it's a potion you throw at something or if it's a potion you drink. You're not sure.
I can't make heads or tails of this orange potion. You wanna take a look at it, Threx?
Thank you for the raid, Taco. How you doing,
I
guys?
can have a look at it if you want.
And as soon as Lily gets in here from the outside of the room, we'll pass the cloak over to her.
Yeah.
Okay, roll investigation,
Wow.
Thrixora.
Investigation. It is a 17.
17. You, though you're not sure where you recognize it from, you do recognize this. This is a vial of alchemist's fire. Something you would use to throw, and it makes a explosion upon impact.
Ooh. So, Botek, this one is a little bit of a careful, or the one I want to handle carefully. Long story short, you want to kill somebody, you throw this at them, and make sure that you're far away from them because it explodes. It's alchemist fire. So toss it and pray that it doesn't shatter in your pocket.
Please don't drop that. Yeah? Let's not drop that.
And don't drink it either.
Yeah, that's
It will give you some people will call
massive
it
stomachache.
explosive diarrhea.
Extreme heartburn. Gotcha. Gwen, you want to hold on to this one?
Drink it. Explosive diarrhea
I knew.
if you drink
I knew it.
Oh no.
Fine.
It's just a question. You don't have to if you don't want
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Give it here. It's fine.
What are you looking at?
We could totally make a suicide bomber Botek with this. Just make him drink it and when he eats him.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. We're giving Gwen the alchemist fire.
Okay.
It's okay. I can't shit my pants. I don't have any.
It's true.
Okay, Rex took him.
Listen, I swear they're useful.
I still don't understand why you took her undergarments, but I'm not going to judge. Everybody is weird, has their kinks, so I'm just going to leave it be.
Botek, have you ever heard of magic?
I believe I used some in that fight.
You know that certain things need other things to function, right?
Isn't that what? And he takes like his symbol out of his, underneath his chain shirt and just like, or chainmail, and it's like, isn't that what this emblem is for? You know, as a source of magic, as like kind of like.
Sometimes yes, sometimes you need other things.
Oh, you're talking about stuff that costs actual money. You
Yes.
know.
Do you know for how much people buy used Dragonborn underwear? There's a market for that.
I don't. I can't say I've ever delved into that personally, at all.
Well, let me put it like this: as a traveling bird, I
kind of don't want to know. I kind of don't want to know.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Anywho's a lot.
It could have a cost, depending on who you sell it to.
Let's not get into this. And there's some tools here. I don't know how to use these.
Yes, they would be thieves' tools.
Yeah, holding up these tools.
Thrixora,
Can
carefully
anyone
look
use
at
them,
Lily.
or do you have to be proficient?
You, in order to make use of them, you would have to be proficient in thieves' tools, yes.
All right. Okay. More I learn about this game, the less it makes sense.
Well, you have to. I mean, you're just not. You learning how to lockpick or using things like a lockpick is, that if you're going to add your proficiency modifier to something, you need to be able to know how to do it. And thieves' tools is essentially, being good with lockpicking and all sorts of these small tools that, for finer things like disabling wires and these things that would be more intricate. For a layperson wouldn't really recognize how to use them.
I'll pass out the red files, and then I'm gonna try to figure out what the red files are.
Okay, roll investigation.
Don't worry, guys. I'm good at this.
Hi, Alicia. I'm Diddy. Thank you for the raid. Hi, Diddy.
Hey, I'm good at this. 21.
How's it going? And Ruku, the double raid from Diddy and Ruku.
You're muted.
Sorry about that. I just got double rated from Diddy and Ruku. Give them some welcome, guys. You rolled a 21. You have seen these before. They are potions of healing. Pretty rare, but definitely something you've dealt with in your years of paladining around. You've seen a number of these before, and you can recognize them pretty easily.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what I just passed out to all of y'all was a vial, or potion, if you will, of.
Thank you for shouting
healing.
them out, Arya.
I recommend using that when and only when people either go knocked down, can't get up again, or when you feel like you got barely anything left to give. That's my recommendation. No, it's up to you. Use at your discretion.
Okay.
I don't think so. We got the vials, got the orange vial. We got the.
There's
Lock
still
pick-
the chain shirt and the lantern. And the cloak.
I handed the cloak off to Lily.
Okay.
So the lantern and the chain shirt. I don't think. Did anybody use the chain shirt, or is anybody good with medium armor?
Nope.
It'd be lower than yours, Tom.
Yeah, so that.
Would be useful for you.
Can Sofax has joined their party as a loyal pupper companion?
Yeah, I
them.
want him to have. I want to tame him as my pet, but I don't think I can.
Everybody wants a. You guys ever seen the movie Frankenweenie?
Oh God. No, I'd rather.
mean,
I
I
think
would
he's
totally
actually
be-
content with where he is. So, I'm just gonna slip on by you girls here real quick.
Okay.
Trying to get as far away from that dog as possible.
Okay, so you guys are.
I am at least.
Can I examine this cloak?
Okay, roll. What. You're gonna give it just a general look over?
Yeah.
Roll investigation.
$14.
14. You kind of give this cloak a bit of a once over and turn it back and forth and look at it. And you see that it's a cloak.
Can I check it for magic?
All right, roll Arcana.
Wow, I really just rolled two. Well, that makes that 16.
16. You kind of close your eyes a bit, and being someone with magic naturally that comes to them as you are, you kind of reach out and feel for any kind of magic essence in this cloak. And you do feel a faint magical presence coming from this cloak. As to its nature, you're not sure.
There's some sort of magic to this cloak, Zora, although I can't exactly tell what. Maybe we should take it with us, though. It could be useful.
It could definitely be.
Actually, she is gonna, like, hold her arm out in front of her and, like, drape, like, the edge of the cloak over her arm to see if it does anything.
Okay. You drape the cloak over your arm, and it rests there. It is a black cloak, very fine gold trim. It looks pretty fancy. It looks pretty nice, but it just lays there, kind of draped over your shoulder.
Well, I wouldn't want to put it on without knowing what it does, but maybe we can find someone.
May I also have a closer look at it?
Yes, of course, be my guest. She hands it over and wanders out the room.
Thoxora also tries to see if she can sense any more about the magic in it.
Roll an Arcana check.
An 8.
Unfortunately, you are not sure as to the nature of the magic of this item, and you can't really feel the magical essence or anything like that, but you had to take Lily's word for it that it's magical.
Does it look familiar to any magical items that I know from an historical standpoint?
I would say no. This is an entirely unfamiliar cloak to you. You check it for like kind of insignias or anything like that would kind of give you a indication of where this cloak might come from. Well, actually, no. You do see actually roll an intelligence check in general.
An intelligence check. That's 20 plus 2 is 22.
Ooh, nice. While you were fighting those shadows, though you couldn't make out many details about them, you did notice that they were definitely humanoid. Definitely seemed like they were wearing a cloak of some kind. And it looked very much like this one, even in their shadowy, strange form.
Lily?
Yeah.
You know, I can't feel any magic in it, but these cloaks, or this cloak in particular, is like the ones the shadow thingies from earlier were wearing.
Right, that does seem oddly.
Do you think it might turn you into a shadow creature or something?
I mean, it's entirely possible. I wouldn't want to risk putting it on one of us to be safe. But maybe we should take it with us. Who knows?
I think we definitely should.
Yes. was that everything in the locker?
The only thing that was left on there was a chain shirt and a lantern.
Did we ever get around to identify the red potions?
Yeah, they're all
Yeah,
potions of healing.
Potions of healing.
Potions of healing.
Yes, 4 potions of healing.
That means I
One
should
for each of us.
probably add that to my thingy. Is it a normal potion of healing or
Normal
it's a normal
potion of
potion.
healing. Yep.
okay?
No, it's superior.
You wish.
Green
Yeah,
potion.
I really do. But oh well.
Yeah.
Well,
Lily, do you want to carry the cloak or should I?
I can take it if you wish.
Okay. And she hands it over to Lily again.
She stows it away in her pack.
All right.
And I completely forgot who got the scroll of invisibility.
I thought we gave it to you.
You've got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spell scroll. I don't know, invisibility. D&D.
What you do in D&D Beyond is just just add a spell scroll 2nd level to your inventory, and
Yeah, invisibility is the 2nd level spell then.
yep, and you should just be able to click on customize underneath in a section on the scroll and just name it spell scroll of invisibility.
Mm-hmm. Spell scroll.
No, there's like, there was like so the dead bodies explode or something. It's an orange AoE. Oh. Yeah, I think there's just lightning bolt that looks like from the storm.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Lightning bolt. Hey, we should just go get rid of that chanting now. I assume it's all gonna be some bad things down there. So I hope you're all ready for another fight.
Where are you guys going? What's happening?
As soon as we capture the party, I feel like it's time we head over to that area and check out the chanting.
Okay, you're going towards the chanting?
I am, at least.
Botek, should we maybe first check out the rest of the compound before we go to the chanting?
I think we've spent enough time dilly-dallying.
Okay. And
I think it's about time we put a stop to that. It's getting kind of annoying not being able to hear what they're saying. Like somebody's just like constantly whispering in back right behind your ear, but you can't hear what they're saying. It's getting really annoying like that.
Before Thuxora leaves the room, she turns around to Sophaxus and is like, "You have been such a good pupper. I mean, if you want, you can always come with us." Smiles at him.
Thuxora, as you start to move away towards the room, he's grabbed the bone in his mouth and he starts to follow you.
Aww.
Before you even say anything.
Aww. He's gonna kill us later.
And when he growls, there's a strange echo to his growl. It's not a normal dog noise. There's a strange ethereal echo. His glowing red eyes look up at you expectantly.
You wanna come with me? You wanna come with me? Such a good boy. And she pats him on the head.
You pet him on the head, and you look down, and you can see what used to be a tail, a skeletal tail shaking back and forth as he looks up at you. Though there's little clumps of fur and flesh still attached to it, but it's not an elegant sight. But he seems to be responding to you.
All right, do I register him as a pet?
You register in your pet list. You can add him as your pet equipment.
Undead doggo.
The thing is, D&D
probably won't
Beyond
work for us
has
later.
a category for that. The extras. This Solfax is a vehicle.
Sofax
he
is
need
not a
license?
vehicle, unfortunately.
It could be to me.
What does he go for?
Tiny
The
gnome riding an undead dog into battle.
counter is
You don't know.
Yes!
It's a dog. It's an undead dog following you right now, and that's all you. That's the only information you have. Named Sofaxus.
Okay. So I will not register him as an extra yet.
Nope. As of now, not
Okay.
not a pet.
Okay.
Though he is following you. All right. What are you guys doing?
Left, right, left.
Okay. Are you going towards the chanting?
I am.
All right. You begin to move down the stairs, and as you do, you definitely notice the chanting is getting louder. You get to the end of these stairs, and you look to your left, and there's more stairs down where the chanting seems to be coming from. Do you go down farther?
Waiting for the rest of my party, who seem to be lagging behind.
Just assume they're following you. They don't have to move their tokens around or anything like that.
Okay. Nobody's gonna say anything. I'm just gonna start heading down.
Okay. You go down and you notice a long staircase going deeper, further into the earth, carved out of stone. It seems to transition from this earthen, kind of almost muddy-ish floor to these stone stairs that are carved.
So
And
let's
they go
see.
deeper. They're pretty
The
steep.
first floor, we got the second floor. We got the third floor. We got the attic, which is the fourth floor, that leads all the way down here to the basement. And then we have a second basement floor. Something tells me, okay, that these guys had a little bit too much time and money on their hands to build this big of a place.
Botek.
Just a hunch.
Botek. I'm sorry to say it, but like this, but should you, as a gnome, complain about anybody having a too big of a basement?
I'm trying to lighten the mood here.
Me
How
too.
we
And I
go?
think we both
As you guys are
dressed-
talking,
Yes.
you hear this chanting begin again. It's louder. And though you still can't make out the words, it is definitely coming from below these stairs. And whatever chamber's down here. Alright,
Mario jumped down.
you guys go down the stairs. You're gonna have to scroll down a little bit. And we'll bring you onto these stairs that are down here. Let's see if I can grab you. Yeah, you guys can move yourselves onto the stairs. There you go. You descend down these stone steps, this chanting getting louder and louder. Roll 20, please. Roll 20. Please.
Shadows engulf us, so we all
Stop
die.
bugging out like that. All right, there we go. We fixed it. You guys go down the stairs, and there's a 90-degree turn to the right. And this is a stone passage now. This is no more earth here. These wooden pillars are holding up a carved stone chamber. You, reaching the bottom of the stairs, you see these rotting beams placed every 5 feet throughout this chamber, holding up a large stone room. It is absent of furniture, but for these wide cavities carved into the stone wall. It's dark and shadows cover most of them. But you look in at the one to your immediate left as you walk in. Botak, with your dark vision, you look into one of these cavities very briefly, and you see staring back at you the husk of some strange, shriveled humanoid head just kind of looking back at you. And you guys hear it. The chanting. Echoing from some unknown chamber further on. You begin to hear it. You can make out the words now. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. This cacophony of voices, this several voices, male, female, all echoing from some unknown part. You see, as you look into this room with all these alcoves, 2 exits to your west, and it seems to be coming from there. And you just hear it over and over. It's louder now, and it isn't stopping. It is continuous. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land. A constant chant. And after a while, it starts to get really repetitive and begins to almost bore into your skull in an almost unnatural way. And we're going to stop there for the night. Tama's got to get up early in the morning, and Tama's got to get a rest, and I think this is a good stopping point for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys survived another combat.
Yeah.
Congratulations! I was really hoping you guys wouldn't die to those.
I kicked
That would have been
massive
unfortunate. Boy, that crit on the opening round with the crit and the instant death was unfortunate for Thyrxora, but you guys managed to survive. Oh my goodness. I was getting nervous. I'm like, oh, poopy, they're gonna die in the 4th session. That's a new record for me, I think.
No, you got Botek buff.
Yeah, Botak was getting some great rolls for that one.
I know. I'm so glad I activated Divine Favor. That was so a good idea.
Yeah, that Divine Favor really helped. Yeah, it did. Holy cow. Oh man, you guys are getting lower. Oh, I can't wait till next session.
And we have a doggo.
And you have a doggo. The doggo, by the way, is following you down the stairs. He is.
We have
he
undead
is
doggo that is following us.
I'll give you
He
a
may
token
murder
in a
us.
second.
Next time. On the other hand, Botek could ride the doggo into battle. He could be the by
Ride
himself.
the doggo into battle. It is not a mount, but you never know.
The undead doggo will be my steed, and we shall charge into battle and smite the undead, even though I'm riding one.
I just found the perfect token for undead doggo. 1 second.
Okay, well, we can use that one, I guess. We'll if you've got a token
why
for
does
him.
it-
I've got this one, but we can
Copy.
give you another one.
Copy the image. There we go. It's in the D&D campaign.
Is it Frankenweenie?
Oh,
It's zombies Scooby Doo. I am not showing this picture. No. Oh Jesus.
No.
Oh, that's terrifying. Well, there goes my childhood.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Aw.
biddies, Nexus, and everybody else who donated biddies and everything, and all the raids. Thank you guys so much for the love and support, and hanging out with this adventure and cheering them on so that they don't die horribly to weird shadow creatures. Because that would have been unfortunate. Thank you, Tama. I know you have to work in the morning, and you're staying up and everything to play with us. Thank you so much. Give Tama some love, guys. She's taking time out of her busy schedule to play with us.
Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, it's okay, Tom.
Tama, you go get some rest.
Okay.
It's rest
Thank
time for
you.
Tama. We're
Thank you.
gonna find somebody to raid. Yeah. Okay. Who do you guys have any preferences on who to raid?
I have a few people that are alive, but one's doing.
If you guys want to do a group raid, it's up to you.
The
I
other one is doing Untitled Goose Game.
have somebody who does some VR chat RP at the moment.
Mhm.
Okay. Who's you got somebody doing VR chat RP? Okay.
It's Miss_Yamato.
Ah, Miss Yamato. Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
I do not.
She
So
is
the-
great.
Yeah, we'll give Miss Yamato some raids. That sounds good to me. Let me get everything good.
Link in the group.
Miss Yamato. Okay, thank you everybody for hanging out and having fun with us. We will continue this next Tuesday
Mhm.
and see if they manage to survive in this creepy manor dungeon filled with shadows and whatever the hell else, and creepy zombo doggos and all sorts of manners of spoopies. Love you guys. Have a good one.
Yep. Bye-bye. Let me know once you're ready for the raid.
I'm ready for the raid. I just raided.
Okay. So did I.
Okay.